Hi ladies, we need to talk. Yes, that talk. The one most women over 65 never have, but absolutely should. Shaving down there, should we? Shouldn't we? What happens if we do? What if we don't? Well, grab your tea, because what doctors are saying about this delicate little subject might just surprise you. Stay with me until the end. You'll thank yourself later. And if you're bold enough, drop a comment below. We're not afraid to talk about it. Now, let's get real. 1. The skin is thinner and more vulnerable. Let me tell you something I wish I'd known before I picked up the razor again at my age. Our skin, especially in those private areas, is nothing like it was when we were 30. After menopause, the skin becomes thinner, more delicate, and far more prone to cuts, irritation, and infection. Shaving what used to be a simple routine can now lead to painful little nicks that take forever to heal. And I do mean forever. A small cut down, there isn't just a minor annoyance anymore. It can easily become inflamed, infected, or lead to something worse. One tiny nick for us can snowball into a trip to the doctor or a prescription cream we'd rather not need. And if you've got any history of diabetes or poor circulation, those little cuts become even riskier. It's not about being fearful, it's about being wise with the body we've worked hard to care for all these years. 2. You might be disrupting your natural protection. Here's something your doctor might not have told you, but it's important. That hair down there, it's not just there for show or for fuss. It's a built-in line of defense. Our pubic hair helps reduce friction, protects us from bacteria, and even traps sweat and debris so it doesn't cause irritation. Now, when we shave it all off, especially in our later years, we're removing a natural barrier our body still relies on. With age, our estrogen levels drop, and that makes us more susceptible to things like UTIs, vaginal dryness, and irritation. Without the hair there to help buffer and protect, we can be left exposed, literally and figuratively. A lot of women feel pressure to keep things neat or tidy, but we've got to ask ourselves, at what cost? Clean doesn't mean bare, and natural doesn't mean dirty. The truth is, a little hair might just be doing more good than we give it credit for. 3. Razor bumps are not just cosmetic, they can get dangerous. When we were younger, razor bumps were just annoying, red little bumps that went away in a few days. But now, for us women in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, those bumps can be a sign of something far more serious. I've heard stories from women who thought they had a small ingrown hair, only for it to turn into an abscess that needed medical attention. Our immune systems just don't fight off inflammation the way they used to. And the problem is, we can't always see what's going on down there easily. So we don't notice a bump until it's already gotten worse. Plus, many of us are dealing with thinner skin, as we just talked about, which means those little razor burns and bumps don't heal well and can become breeding grounds for infection. Some doctors have even seen staph infections start from an irritated hair follicle that was scratched open. This isn't about being dramatic. It's about knowing that what used to be a minor nuisance might now need real care. If you're going to shave, you better be extra gentle. And if those bumps show up, don't ignore them. 4. Shaving can impact intimacy, for better or worse. This one's a little more personal, but I think it's important to talk about. A lot of women write to me asking whether shaving affects how they feel in the bedroom. And the truth is, it can both positively and negatively. Some women say they feel more confident, more put together when they're freshly shaved. They feel clean, sexy, and more in control of their bodies. And if that's you, wonderful. You do what makes you feel good. But I've also heard from many others who say the opposite, that shaving made things uncomfortable, even painful during intimacy. The skin felt itchy, raw, or overly sensitive. And instead of drawing them closer to their partner, it made them avoid physical connection altogether. Our bodies change, and so does what makes us feel desirable. Shaving for someone else's preference shouldn't come at the expense of our own comfort. We have to ask ourselves, are we doing it for us or out of pressure, habit, or insecurity? Because if it's causing discomfort, disrupting our peace, or making us hesitant to be touched, then it might be time to rethink whether it's truly worth it. 5. Hair removal creams aren't always a safer option. I remember thinking, well, if razors are too rough, maybe a hair removal cream would be gentler. Let me save you the pain. Literally, those over-the-counter creams are filled with harsh chemicals like calcium thioglycolate and sodium hydroxide. And while they might work fine on legs or arms, the area between our thighs is a whole different story, especially after menopause. You see, that skin down there is considered mucosal tissue, just like the inside of your mouth. Would you ever dab hair remover on your gums? Of course not. But some women unknowingly apply it just inches away from some of the most sensitive and absorbent tissue in the body. Doctors have treated burns, blisters, swelling, and allergic reactions caused by these products. And yes, even on women over 65 who thought they were being careful. And if you think the sensitive skin versions are safer, think again. Sensitive just means slightly diluted. The chemicals are still there, and your skin still absorbs them. It's not just about what you feel on the outside. It's what seeps into your body. One woman I know ended up with a severe yeast imbalance after using a cream near her vaginal opening. It threw off her pH and took months to correct. What started as a quick grooming decision turned into doctor's visits, prescription ointments, and total discomfort in her own skin. So please, if you're set on grooming, talk to your doctor first. Ask what they recommend. Don't assume that just because it's sold in a pharmacy, it's safe for our age group. A lot of these products were never designed for postmenopausal skin, and certainly not for skin that's dry, thin, and already more vulnerable. 6. There's no hygiene benefit to being bare. This one really grinds my gears, because we've been fed this lie for decades. Somewhere along the way, we were told that being completely shaved made us cleaner. Magazines, commercials, even other women, they all pushed this myth. But here's what your doctor will tell you. Cleanliness comes from hygiene practices, not from removing body hair. Pubic hair actually serves a valuable purpose, especially for older women. It helps to wick moisture, reduce friction, and act as a barrier to bacteria, fungi, and other irritants. It protects the delicate skin around the vulva and helps keep the area dry and balanced. When you remove it all, especially at our age when our natural moisture levels are already low, you're creating the perfect storm for discomfort and infection. And let's be real here. The idea that having hair is dirty is a cultural thing, not a medical one. It's rooted in beauty standards, not science. Doctors don't recommend shaving for hygiene. In fact, many gynecologists say the women with the healthiest intimate areas are often the ones who leave the hair alone. What matters more than anything is how you care for the area. That means washing gently with warm water, no harsh soaps, please, wearing breathable cotton underwear, and staying dry and clean. Whether you're fully natural, trimmed, or prefer a little shaping, that's personal. But don't let anyone, especially not society, convince you that hair equals unclean. It's nonsense. And honestly, we're too wise for that kind of thinking. 7. Your comfort and confidence matter most. Now this, ladies, is the most important truth of all. Whether you decide to shave it all off, leave it natural, or land somewhere in between, it should be your choice, not your partner's, not your friend's, not some outdated idea of what's attractive or proper. Yours. We've spent our whole lives tending to everyone else, kids, partners, aging parents, bosses. We've adjusted how we look, how we dress, how we behave, all for the sake of other people. But now is the time to do what feels right for you. If shaving makes you feel sexy, powerful, fresh, and you're able to do it safely, go ahead. Own it. There's no shame in wanting to look your best. But if you're only doing it because you feel you have to, I want you to stop and ask yourself, who am I really doing this for? One woman told me she stopped shaving after 70 and felt freer than she had in decades. It was like letting go of this invisible pressure, she said. Another told me she switched to trimming and never looked back. And others have found empowerment in staying completely bare. Every story is valid. What matters is that it's your decision, not anyone else's expectation. We're not in our 20s anymore, and thank goodness. We've earned the right to take up space, to prioritize our health, and to choose comfort over convention. Your body has carried you through everything: love, heartbreak, childbirth, illness, joy. It deserves to be treated with care, not scrutiny. So whatever path you choose, let it be rooted in self-respect, not self-doubt.